Hi everyone. So today we have with us Tashi Dondup, who is an American Tibetan and was born and raised in Boise, Idaho. He holds a BA from Dirt Mound College in Film Studies and Sociology, and he has an MBA with an emphasis in innovation and entrepreneurship from the University of Oregon. And Tashila works as a digital media and marketing consultant, mostly for a startup based in Silicon Valley, which gives a live stream sports events across the world. So welcome, Tashila.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah. Tashila, so it's very interesting because your father, who's also called Tashi Dondup, so he was a CTA official here at the Department of Information and International Relations, and then your father met your mother here, who was doing a documentary of Tibetan exiles. And then after 20 years, you're here serving at the Tibetan administration through Tibet Corps. So how does it feel coming back here and serving at our community?
It feels very nice. A lot's changed since I was here last. It's grown, it's busier, but it still feels nice to be around so many Tibetans, and I think the Tibetan spirit is still the same, and it's good to be back after all of these years.
So I just was wondering, because since you were initially volunteering with Tibetan Entrepreneurship Development without Tibet Corps, so how did you later come to know about this program? What made you do volunteering through this program?
Well, I think I became aware through the same platform that many people become aware these days, through Facebook.
Right.
I heard about both TED and Tibet Corps, and given my background in entrepreneurship and working with startups, I became very interested in the TED program, and thought that maybe through my professional experiences there might be an opportunity to contribute some of my skills and talents. And then when I learned about Tibet Corps and the opportunities that it offers to work with CTA and work on projects, it seemed like a perfect fit and a great opportunity for me to become a part of that program as well.
Yeah. So I personally thought, with the degree that you have and the requirement which is needed here at the host institution, I thought you are a very suitable candidate to do this role. And so through this program, so you have been serving at the Tibetan Entrepreneurship Development. So what do you exactly do? What have you been doing?
Well, the largest project we're working on right now is redesigning the website.
Right.
I think for especially a program like TED, having a good media presence, a good digital presence is really important. I think in this day and age, especially the entrepreneurial mindset, people look to the internet for information and to get connected with others. So one of the first things when I connected with TED was found that one of their needs was to have a site, I think, that represented the organization more, but then also allowed them some flexibility in terms of presenting their message and their brand. So that's one of the main projects we're working on right now. But then in conjunction with that, we're also doing some digital strategy, trying to help with their social media presence and really help Tibetans in the community all around India and across the world become more aware of the program and what the program is, what it's about, and its ultimate goal of helping entrepreneurship grow in the Tibetan community.
Right. So, so you've been serving here for almost a month, and then after that you will be continuing your service, like on the basis of virtual, right? Virtual basis service. So what do you intend to do more after you go from here, and what do you expect to come out of it after you finish your service?
Well, I think I will continue to work remotely. I think there's not enough time to do everything that we want to do. So I think really the big thing while I was here in Dharamsala is to try to lay the foundations of what we're trying to do, work with the team on site here to really get a good idea of what we need, and then start building that, and then continue to work remotely. And so I think for me, it's been great to be involved, and I'm looking forward to continuing my involvement when I'm back in the States. And, I think it's been a great way for me to, like I said, contribute my skills, but I think it's been very personally fulfilling for me as well to be able to be a part of it. I think sometimes when I'm in the States, there's not as large of a Tibetan community, so this was a great opportunity to be here, contribute some of the things that I can contribute, and then feel connected here. So I think when it's all said and done, I think already I've met some wonderful people, both in the TED department and the finance office, both in the Tibet Corps volunteers. And then I just look forward to staying involved and keeping in touch with the people that I've met, and if there's other needs, perhaps just stay involved and keep working to achieve the goals that TED has set for itself.
Yes, and it's very interesting to learn about Tibetans of mixed heritage group, which you spoke about before, and so you are currently the third mixed Tibetan. The first one is from England, so she's Tibetan English, and she served at the cabinet secretariat, helping drafting the important documents of CTA. And the second, Denja Chesi, you know about her, so she's from Switzerland. So you're the third one. So it's very interesting. So can you just tell me more about what this group is and what it does?
Well, the group started 3 years ago now, and we had our first meeting in London. And the idea was to bring together Tibetans of mixed heritage and provide a forum, I think, because a lot of mixed Tibetans, like I said, they don't have as strong of community. And it's a little different for people. Some communities are bigger than others, but for myself and my own personal experience, it was a good opportunity to meet other mixed Tibetans, share some of our experiences, and really create a network. And we had our second meeting in Zurich, and we'll have a next meeting coming up in New York at Garrison Institute. And I think what we've been trying to develop is have our group become a platform for mixed Tibetans to become aware of all the things that they can become involved in, whether it's volunteering through an organization like Tibet Corps or finding some local resources wherever they're from. And I hope that, I plan to share my experiences in Tibet Corps. I've had such a positive experience here, and I hope that through sharing what I've been able to accomplish here, that maybe encourages some other mixed Tibetans to volunteer through Tibet Corps and get involved.
That would be very nice and helpful. It's a hope. And so Tibet Corps, with its aim, is for the Tibetan professionals from Tibetan diaspora to come here, use their skills and help contribute to the community, eventually help build the community as a whole. At the same time, for Tibetans who grew up in the West, like you, to come here, get connected, learn about our culture, language, and community as a whole. So, in this way, what do you feel you have learned, and do you feel that you get connected really well here, coming here? You've learned a lot here.
I think so. It's been 20 years since I was in Dharamsala last, and before that I was just a little boy the last time I was here. So a lot of time has passed, and sometimes as you're living your life in the West, life happens, and maybe you grow a little bit apart. So being able to come here and spend time here and be around the people, and everyone is so welcoming and supportive, and for some